It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And up next is the Armadillos, leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Armadillos and the Steelers, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Armadillos of Rio de Janeiro taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cariocas,
they've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 22 carries, 101 yards, and a score.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Pickett back to throw.
And his throw here's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On 2nd down, this is Harris.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
3rd and 12.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 7 catches, 57 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try to maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Now 2nd and 9. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. You can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. George Pickens, his intended receiver there.
And that'll bring up second down.
But you look at this defense.
And they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now Pickett.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Off play action. Pickett. Got an open man. It's Pickens.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Micah Parsons.
2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
It's a gain of 20. And a real first down.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Olave over the middle.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
brings up 2nd and 3.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now for the 2nd time already here in this quarter, on comes the field goal unit. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is indeed good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 12-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
2nd down. Here's Pickett. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's Pickett. That's going to be caught by Rivers. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And that is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 7. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Now back to throw.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the give, it's Walker. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a real first down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 20-yard
2nd and 4. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, and he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. And his kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 20.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
2nd down and inches. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Looking to throw.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now Pickett.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that...
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And the Steelers first down.
Pickett back to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Pickett.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And the Rio de Janeiro first down.
They'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Defense.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Armadillos add 6 to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
And that is incomplete here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Pickett.
That is caught, and he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
2nd and 5. Short throw caught by Pitts.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And the Rio first down.
Back to throw again.
This one taken in by Olave.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll drop to throw.
Olave over the middle.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Rio de Janeiro first down.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 21. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Off play action. Pickett.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll try the right side with Harris. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Back to throw. Pickett.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Rio offense about to set up shop once again.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
They'll look to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They're going to look to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Olave holds it in.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Back to throw now on first down. And his pass incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Pickett, and just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Throwing on third down, here's Pickett, setting up the screen, Harris. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And the Rio offense about to set up shop once again.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Hand off here to Walker.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Again, it's Walker.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on now is the punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Now Pickett.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Armadillos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. A ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
At the 23-yard line.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
Now back to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And taken right on the 30. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
It's a gain of 6. And the Rio first down.
Here's a give up the middle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now a run with Walker.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll set up to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Back at the 33-yard line.
They run again with Walker. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Pickett now on 1st down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
A give for Walker running right.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. So here we go. He's made 7. This to tie the record with 8 field goals made in a game. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Sauce Gardner.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
One final shot for Pickett.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice. Obviously, you're training